It's Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. Breaking news just happening. You're looking at the stock. I rarely open my app to see what that fucking stock's price is at, but this morning I turned it on and it was just sitting there while I was looking at the news trying to figure out what's going to be happening soon. And this red candle happened and I said, oh shit, something's done happened. So the first thing I did, of course, was to go over to the AMC Theater's website, check the press releases, no word from Adam. I went over to the Twitter, no word from Adam. I go to the SEC and I find out that on 3/28/24, this morning, right now, Adam just dropped the news of up to $250 million Class A common stock dilution. That's the reason for that red candle happening right now. Now, this thing's going to take some dissecting here, okay? The price should not be falling because of this announcement of the dilution, because he's using a prospectus from August 4th, 2022, which we'll talk about later on. Right now, I have to go through here and dissect everything because, people, this is rather an interesting prospectus. The whole thing is geared around, hey, you might not want to invest in our company. It's the short sellers this and the short sellers that. He covers it all in this prospectus. Like right here, there's going to be 321,208,670 shares of our Class A common stock, assuming the sale of 57.6 million shares of AMC. That's what this offering is right here. They sold 56.6 million shares of AMC at $4.34. Okay? Here he's warning whoever's reading this prospectus that the market price and trading volume of our Class A common stock have experienced and may continue to experience extreme volatility, which could cause purchasers of our Class A common stock to incur substantial losses. Now, what I thought was interesting was he's going to talk about the apes right here. First, he takes the monkey off of his back and he says, factors in the public trading market of our Class A common stock may include the sentiment of retail investors, including as may be expressed on financial trading and other social media sites and online forums, the direct access by retail investors to broadly available trading platforms, the amount and status of short interest of our securities, access to margin debt, trading in options and other derivatives in our Class A common stock, and any related hedging and other trading factors. Basically what he's saying is, if the stock falls, it has nothing to do with the debt. It has nothing to do with operating performances. Everything is centered around retail investors. And he calls us out right here when he starts talking about the short squeeze. A short squeeze due to sudden increase in demand for shares of our Class A common stock that largely exceeds supply and our focused investors trading in anticipation of a potential short squeeze have in the past led and could again lead to extreme price volatility in shares of our Class A common stock. Then he begins to talk about the apes. Negative sentiment among AMC's retail stockholder base could have a material adverse impact on the market price of the Class A common stock and your investment therein. Some of our retail investors have referred to themselves as apes on social media and other forums. Interesting how when he's talking about us, he don't associate himself to be the silverback, but on his Twitter he's got it. Why don't he say that he's an ape too? Huh? Come on now. Self-proclaimed apes are widely viewed as playing a significant role in the market dynamics that have resulted in substantial increases and volatility in the market price of AMC's Class A common stock and other so-called meme stocks. Thought you said none of this was our problem. Why are you talking about other meme stocks, Adam? The market, because he's putting us in a negative light. The market price and trading volume of our shares of Class A common stock have experienced and may continue to experience extreme volatility, which could cause purchasers of our Class A common stock to incur substantial losses. Well, then who would want to buy this motherfucker if the CEO's telling you that the stock's probably going to fall and lose all your money? This is the stupidest fucking prospectus. This man needs to be kicked in the head by a fucking horse. While AMC and its management have actively sought to foster positive relationships with the significant retail holder base, your ass, you do what the fuck you want to, as the owners of AMC, and while AMC's retail stockholder base have been credited favorably with assisting AMC in raising significant capital in the past, there's no guarantee that AMC will be able to continue to benefit from the support of its retail stockholders. You can always count on the support of yes-stars like Bigums and Field for Fake. They're always going to stand by you, Adam, no matter what you do, no matter how much you rape us. Negative investor sentiment, including as a result of this at the market offering or this prospectus settlement, could have a material adverse effect on the market price of our Class A common stock. What is he saying? He's saying that the apes, when we find out that he's going to dilute 57 million shares today, a lot of us may have negative sentiment and jump out the stock, which will cause the price to fall. Is that not the biggest crock of shit you ever heard? We have been riding through this motherfucker through about 15 dilutions now, a reverse stock split, a lawsuit that cost us 7 million shares, and so forth and so on. But now he's going to put in this prospectus and warn people that the apes, well, they might not like this. So when the fuck no, we ain't going to like it. And they might sell their shares. But this right here is another proof that Adam Aaron does not give a goddamn about his retail investors. Because he goes on to say, and I've got to take the time and read every single word of this, but to put the blame on the apes as the reason for the market volatility of our stock? You blame us? How the fuck is this stock crashing while we buy and hold our fault? But that's what he's telling the financial world, that it's our fault, that we hold and then this and that. Man, fuck him. I'm so tired of Adam Aaron's shit. He could have done, and he goes on to tell you, they're planning on doing an ape offering if you think I was wrong. I'll cover it all in the videos. I'm going to work through each little section piece by piece and put out the videos for you. But he's talking about future offerings of the debt, which would be senior to our Class A common stock. He's talking about recreating ape again, and he's going to be doing it as, according to this, my first glance is telling me that they'll be issuing ape as an anti-takeover matter, and that it doesn't matter whether a third party wants to acquire AMC, and even if it's the takeover would benefit the shareholders, they are not willing to give up their fucking cash cow. So even if Amazon, Disney, whoever, Sony, wanted to buy AMC, and if it was a good choice for us, he's saying they will not let it happen. So, I don't want them to sell it, don't get me wrong. I love my company, but it's time for these son of a bitches to go. And I'll be back later on with some more on this. I got to take it step by step, go and get the context of everything so that when I bring the news to you, it will be legitimate. You know there's no bullshit behind what I tell you. If it says it, I tell you it says it, whether you agree with it or not. So with that, let me get to work on this prospectus, and I'll see you in the next video. Love y'all. Be blessed.